Hello, welcome to Inside the Institute. I'm Tony Mendyke here with Tina Mazzolo. Tina, how are you today?
I'm doing fine. How about yourself?
Great, great. What I'd like to talk to you today about, tell me about your most interesting vacation.
My most interesting vacation was about 2 years ago when I went off to Turkey.
Turkey.
And I had a great time.
Good, good. You see anything of interest?
A lot of it's of interest. It's a totally different culture. I love the people. They're very hospitable. They'll take you into their home.
Wow.
I love their carpeting. I love what they manufacture.
Great. Something else I'd like to talk to you about. What would you say is your most interesting adventure?
Well, I like to try just about anything. And I took up skydiving about 3 years ago.
Skydiving. Wow. Say about 3 years ago, you said?
Yeah.
What was your first jump like?
Totally different than what I had expected. When I went up, I thought it would just kind of be a blast. I thought I'd be laughing the whole time. And when it came moment to let go of the wing and start dropping, it was, I started having second thoughts, and it was just totally different than I expected.
I bet. Plummeting towards the earth at hundreds of miles an hour is not my idea of a good time, but I'm not one to judge. Where was your first jump?
It was up in New York State at a place called Sky's the Limit, and I just heard about it while I was at work waiting for someone, and it came on commercial. So I had called up the number, and I decided to try it 2 days later.
No kidding. How many jumps have you made since then?
I've done about 70 jumps.
70 jumps, wow. Do you do like the tandem jumps as well, or just the solo jumps?
No, I've never done a tandem. I figured if I only did one jump in my entire life, I would want to do it myself. So the first time out, I jumped like on my own, but I had 2 instructors, one on either side.
Not something I would want to do. But do you belong to like a club or anything like that, or is it just whenever you feel like jumping out of a plane, you go ahead and do that?
Well, it's kind of a club. It's a small airport. You know, very quickly you get to know everybody up there, and you set up your own groups real fast. You know, there are certain people you like to jump with, certain things you like to do. So it's not a club per se, but you know, it's right there, and all people are there. God
bless you. What do you do for a living, Tina?
I'm an OR nurse. Have been for about the last 15 years. Or so.
At what hospital?
It's in Hackensack in New Jersey. I ended up training up in New York, in the Bronx, so I had a great education.
That sounds like you've been all over. So I bet, do you see any of your skydiving buddies in the OR by any chance?
No, because that's upstate New York. And they would, fortunately, I've never seen any accidents where I've skydived.
Oh, thank God.
So.
Thank God. So Tina, what else do you like to do for fun?
I love horseback riding, and I do that frequently. And just about 3 weeks ago, I went on vacation doing that, and we ended up herding cattle, and I learned how to do that a couple weeks ago.
That sounds really interesting. Yeehaw. Let's see, what else do I have to ask you today? Anything you'd like to ask me?
What are your hobbies?
Well, it looks like we got to wrap this up. Saved by the bell, so some would say. Thank you for joining us here on Inside the Institute. Have a good day.